G'day guys, my name's Luke Williams from Fun for Paws, and this is the first video clip in a series that we'll be doing where we introduce a little dog to you that we're calling Harry. Harry's a very frightened little dog, gets really uncomfortable if someone moves into his space, and is extremely fearful. He's been through a number of foster homes, lots of good intentions, but unfortunately he's quite stressed out. So I've picked him up this morning. We've travelled home. It was about a 45-minute trip from where he was to my place, and we've come up against our first hurdle, and that is that he's very scared. There's been lots of passing of wind, and which is a real sign of stress. But because I can't move into his space, I need him to come to me. That's very limited in the car. So he's a little bit frightened about jumping out the back of the car, and as you can see, it's a Ford Escape, so the back is quite high. And so when I put the back of the car up, he was very frightened and jumped into the middle section of the car, which isn't sort of very helpful because that's where I've got his crate all boxed up, so it's a bit slippery for him. So what I've done is I've opened the front door here, because that'll give the lowest drop for him to jump out of. Now, I've been waiting patiently for probably about, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 minutes now. So it would be really easy for me here just to grab him and try and reef him out of the car, which, obviously is something I could do because he's so much smaller than I am. But that would be a really, really frightening experience to have with someone that, he's supposed to trust and respect. So, my biggest key here is patience. Being very patient and waiting for him to make his own choices. I don't want to force him through anything. I don't want to add to his stress levels. He's about to, when he comes out of here, we're going to introduce him to the backyard. I've got a baby gate up on my back door, so my two boys are inside, so all the dogs can meet in their own time in a very relaxed state. And once that's done, then I'll open up the baby gate so that they can all interact. All reports is that little Harry is quite good with other dogs, and I've seen him with other dogs and he's been quite good. It's just at the moment he's very fearful, and he's quite fearful of humans due to his history. I'm just going to give you a little shot of our little lad. Here he is. You can almost see the sadness in his eyes. He's really unsure. He doesn't understand why he's been moved. I'm his, I think, fourth foster home. And absolutely his last one. From here he'll be going to his forever home. You can just see how scared he is. Now, as much as it would be great for the footage, I could put my hand into his space and we'd see him growl because he's so uncomfortable, but that would just satisfy my want for videoing, and that's not what I'm all about. It's about giving him what he needs. Alright, so we've made it through. Come through to the backyard. Now I just want to show you quickly. You can see the baby gate that's set up here, so that the smell out here, lots to check out. As you can see, he's very unsure, so we're just going to give him the time he needs to check it out. I expect he'll probably be out here for a good hour before we try and do anything else. It's been a very big morning for him. Now, we've been standing around here for 5 minutes since we cut out from the other clip. And I just wanted to show you what's going on and why it's going on. So, as you saw before, we've got a big yard, lots of grass, lots of things to smell. But we've got a little dog here who's very displaced. He's had a number of homes in a relatively short period of time. He's yet to go up on the decking. As you see, I put his beds up there. Something familiar for him to check out. I don't know whether he's ever been on decking before. Some dogs can be. There we go. Very big, brave move. Now, what's likely to happen next? Now, here we go. Let's see if we can get this on camera. So we've got Haggis and Clyde have come up to the gate. Now, there's no doubt that Ori knows they're there. My boys are very keen to meet the new dog on the territory, which is completely understandable. And we'll notice that little Ori is paying no attention at the moment. Now, he's got enough to deal with, so what he's doing is going, I can't deal with any more. I'm just going to pretend they're not there, and he does that by ignoring them. He doesn't say no, he doesn't tell them to go away, he just avoids using eye contact. And that's a really important thing to know about dogs, is that they don't do no in the sense that humans do. Their first mode of communication is the utilisation of appropriate eye contact. Now, he can hear me speaking, which is why he's looking back at me. Now, before, what I wanted to show you that he's not doing now is he went back down to the gate, which is where we came in. As you can see, we have nice high gates to make sure everything's secure. And what he's doing is checking for an escape route. So he's just checking his environment to see what the fastest way out is, should there be any problems. In a risk situation, dogs will always work by the three modalities of flight, freeze and fight, in that order. So a very clever little friend here has already figured out that he needs to be aware of the flight option. Excuse my camera work here. So because I'm talking, to a degree, he's assuming I'm talking to him, which obviously I'm not. We have got a lead on. That's why he's walking a little bit oddly, but that gives me the option to grab a lead if I need to, knowing that he doesn't like to be have his space invaded, so to speak, or someone to reach into his space to pick him up. So that lead just gives me that option to step in without having to frighten him or add to the problems that he's got, that he's experiencing. So he's just going back and forth, checking out this space. It is the smallest space in the yard. Ideally he would be inside at this point, but also I want him to be able to come outside, have a wee, do what he needs to do, find the water bowl, all that sort of thing, and just relax a little bit before I bring him inside. Right, see you in a sec. So I've sat myself down on the ground, as you can see. Before off footage, what we found was I popped inside to grab the camera tripod, grab another memory card, and came back out to find our little friend here up on the decking. So he's explored another smaller space in the yard, so he's branched out to checking out two spaces. He's still being a really clever dog. He's avoiding making eye contact or dealing with my dogs at the gate, which is fantastic. I would much prefer that to him panicking and going to a fight response, so being in any way aggressive towards them. I want him to be really comfortable with them, so it's important that I take my time here. There's a couple of things I wanted to point out. One is, you'll notice I haven't said an awful lot about Harry's history. Obviously we've just changed his name. While the history of this boy is important, in that it has shaped who he is today, what matters for him now is how things move forward. How I deal with him, how I deal with particular situations that are in the environment, and he will be staying within the environment, for a little while now. I'm guessing that we'll have him for up to a month. Now you'll notice one of the things I haven't done is I haven't used any food. It's very tempting at this point to bring out the treats and the liver treats and such, and try and coax the dog into coming to you or doing what you want. Now this applies whether it's our little Harry here, a rescue dog, a puppy, it really doesn't matter. Food for dogs is not a game. Food's all about staying alive. Now, as I said before, I'm not using food. This dog is too anxious and been through too much to start introducing food as a way to try and trick them into doing something. What I'm dealing with here today and with this dog, and what I hope to share with you on his journey, is how we utilise leadership as a way to guide our dogs back to a happy and relaxed existence.